Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says, no joy is comparable to the feeling of the eternal presence in one's heart. With my love and blessings, says our Divine Mother. Words of our Divine Mother from the collective works of Sri Aurobindo's Discovering the Divine, pre-content given by our Divine Mother in the book Discovering the Divine. Our Divine Mother gives the essence of integral yoga in this pre-content in Discovering the Divine. Our Divine Mother says, the goal is known to some extent, for most of those who have reached it have described it more or less clearly. But the supreme value of the discovery lies in its spontaneity, its ingenuousness, and that escapes all ordinary mental laws. And that is why anyone wanting to take up the adventure usually first seeks out some person who has successfully undertaken it and is able to sustain him and enlighten him on his way. Yet there are some solitary travelers, and for them a few great indications may be useful. Our Divine Mother says, the starting point is to seek in yourself that which is independent of the body and the circumstance of life, which is not born of the mental formation that you have been given, the language you speak, the habits and customs of the environment in which you live, the country where you are born, or the age to which you belong. You must find in the depths of your being. Our Divine Mother says you must find in the depths of your being that which carries in it a sense of universality, limitless expansion, unbroken continuity. Then you decentralize, extend and widen yourself. You begin to live in all things and in all beings. The barriers separating individuals from each other break down. You think in their thought, vibrate in their sensation, feel in their feelings, live in the life of all. What seemed inert suddenly becomes full of life. Stones quicken, plants feel and will and suffer. Animals speak in a language more or less inarticulate but clear and expressive. Everything is animated by a marvelous consciousness without time or limit. And this is only one aspect of the psychic realization. There are others, many others, all help you to go beyond the barriers of your egoism, the walls of your external personality, the impotence of your reactions, the incapacity of your will. But as I have already stated, the path to that realization is long and difficult, strewn with snares and problems to be solved, which demand an unfailing determination. Our Divine Mother says, it is like the explorer's trek through virgin forests in quest of an unknown land of some great discovery. The psychic being is also a great discovery which requires at least as much fortitude and endurance as the discovery of new continents. A few simple words of advice may be useful to one who has resolved to undertake it. Our Divine Mother says, the first and perhaps the most important point is that the mind is incapable of judging spiritual things. All those who have written on this subject have said so, but very few are those who have put it into practice. And yet, in order to proceed on the path, it is absolutely indispensable to abstain from all mental opinion and reactions. Our Divine Mother says, give up all personal seeking for comfort, satisfaction, enjoyment, or happiness. Be a burning fire for progress. Take whatever comes to you as an aid to your progress and immediately make whatever progress is required. Try to take pleasure in all you do, but never do anything for the sake of pleasure. Never get excited, nervous, or agitated. Remain perfectly calm in the face of all circumstances. Our Divine Mother says, and yet be always alert to discover what progress you still have to make. Lose no time in making it. Never take physical happenings at their face value. They are always a clumsy attempt to express something else, the true thing which escapes our superficial understanding. Never complain of the behavior of anyone unless you have the power to change in his nature, which makes him act in this way. And if you have the power, change him instead of complaining. Whatever you do, never forget the goal which you have set before you. There is nothing great or small once you have set on this great discovery. All things are equally important and can either hasten or delay its success. Thus, before you eat, concentrate a few seconds in the aspiration that the food that you are about to eat may bring your body the substance it needs to serve as a solid basis for your effort towards the great discovery and give it the energy for persistence and perseverance in the effort. Before you go to sleep, concentrate a few seconds in the aspiration that the sleep may restore your fatigued nerves, bring calm and quietness to your brain so that on waking you may, with renewed vigor, begin again your journey on the path of the great discovery. Before you act, concentrate on the will that your action may help or at least in no way hinder your march towards the great discovery. When you speak, before the words come out of your mouth, concentrate just long enough to check your words and allow only those that are absolutely necessary to pass, only those that are not in any other way harmful to your progress in the path of the great discovery. Our Divine Mother says, to sum up, never forget the purpose and goal of your life. The will for the great discovery should be always there above you, above what you do, above what you are, like a huge bird of light dominating all the moments of your being. Before the untiring persistence of your effort, an inner door will suddenly open. Before the untiring persistence of your effort, an inner door will suddenly open and you will emerge into a dazzling splendor that will bring you the certitude of immortality, the concrete experience that you have always lived shall always live, that external forms alone perish, and that these forms are in relation to what you are in reality, like clothes that are thrown away when they worn out. Then you will stand erect, freed from all chains, instead of advancing laboriously under the weight of circumstances imposed upon you by nature, which you had to endure and bear if you did not want to be crushed by them. You will be able to walk on, straight and firm, conscious of your destiny, master of your life, says a divine mother. Next topic, interiorize the consciousness. People are occupied with outward things. That means that the consciousness is turned towards external things, that is, all the things of life which one sees, knows, and does, instead of being turned towards inwards in order to find the deeper truth, the divine presence. This is the first moment. You are busy with all that you do, with the people around you, the things you see, and then with life, sleeping, eating, talking, working, having a little fun. Then beginning over again, sleeping, eating, etc. And then it begins again. And then what this one has said, what that one has done, what ought one ought to do, the lesson one ought to learn, the exercise one ought to prepare. Then again, whether one is keeping well, whether is feeling fit, this is what one usually thinks about. So the first moment, and it is not so easy, it is to make all that pass to the background. Let one thing come inside and in front of the consciousness as the important thing. The discovery of the very purpose of existence and life, to learn what one is, why one lives, and what there is behind all this. This is the first step, to be interested more in the cause and goal than in the manifestation. That is the first moment, is a withdrawal of the consciousness from this total identification with outward and apparent thing, and a kind of inward concentration on what one wants to discover, the truth one wants to discover. This is the first moment. Many people forget one thing. They want to begin by the end. They think that they are ready to express in their life what they call the supramental force or the consciousness, or they want to infuse this in their actions, their moments, their daily life. But the trouble is that they don't know at all know what the supramental consciousness or the supramental force is. And that, first of all, it is necessary to take the reverse path, the way of interiorization and of withdrawal from life in order to find within oneself the truth which has to be expressed. For as long as one has not found it, there is nothing to express. And by imagining that one is living an exceptional life, one lives only in the illusion of one's exceptional state. Therefore, at first, not only must one find one's soul and the divine who possesses it, but one must identify oneself with it, and then later one may begin to come to an outward activities, and then later one may begin to come back to outward activities and then transform them, because then one knows in what direction to turn them, into what to transform them. One can't jump over the stage. One must first find one's soul. This is absolutely indispensable, and identify oneself with it. Later on, one can come to the transformation. This is the first of all indispensable, to find the soul, unite with the psychic being and with the divine who is within it. This is an absolutely indispensable beginning. One cannot leap over that bridge. It is not possible. It can be done very quickly if you know how to use the help that's given to you by the Divine Mother. But it has to be done